Okay, we are headed somewhere really exciting this morning. We're going down to Aromas, California and the CrossFit Ranch.
What up, Amanda?
How are you?
I'm good.
I am going to preface all of this by saying I was invited to this event by someone that was coming, and I like to keep an open mind and listen to different things and different ideas. And I am just sort of coming as mostly an observer and to just sort of listen and hear some different perspectives. And I'm not really going to give my opinion on any of this. I just want you all to get a little taste of what this was like. And if you're interested in getting more information on it or doing more research, you can totally do that. I will put a link to the website below. But for me, I am just here to hear what's up, meet some interesting people, and yeah, that's it. Get to catch up with some people that I know in the CrossFit space, and no real opinions from me. Just here to listen.
What up, Amanda?
How are you?
I'm good. In person.
In person, yeah.
Hey,
I saw you back at the games.
You're right, up in the media booth.
Yeah.
I'm like so frazzled all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Second time in person.
I saw you from across the room.
Yeah. Nice seeing you.
You too.
Have you been here?
My thinking is if something can be explained to middle school kids in a semester, we should probably be able to hit at some of its importance to the school buildings, to an audience of usually right CrossFitters, which is above average kind of mindset, and have something resonate. I've seen academic science at work, and my upbringing, again, subject for another discussion entirely, but had me sensitive to what science is and isn't. And as we go through this, I'm gonna again cheat the whole thing here because now I have 52 minutes. What I'm gonna tell you is that I want you to pay close attention to anything related to prediction, predictive capacity, predictive strength. Okay? Prediction. Because it's on the subject of prediction, it's on the area of prediction that modern science, the stuff that replicates, right? That modern science finds validation, that is, becomes good, acceptable, useful, well done, get a round of applause. Its validation comes around prediction. The fracture that created the science we won't replicate is also broken around the area of prediction. And the only rational trust you have for science, and I will make the argument for anything, comes from prediction. So I'm going to make a point of saying, when I say prediction, listen carefully. If that's all you get out of this, I think we get to the end zone, even in only 50 minutes. Ready? So here we go. Jill?
So as you can hear, the audio wasn't great in there and the talk was 50 minutes long. So I'm going to try and break this down as simply and quickly as possible to give you an idea about what Greg Glassman is up to post-CrossFit. If you don't know, Greg founded CrossFit back in 2000. He has since sold the company and resigned as CEO about 3 years ago. So basically what Greg Glassman is working on now and what he was talking about at the ranch in Aromas is the Broken Science Initiative. He believes modern science is broken. He believes scientists are stuck in a cycle where they need to publish something new or they risk becoming irrelevant. So it's leading to results that cannot be replicated or only can be replicated under very specific circumstances. He also talked about the problem with the incredible volume of research resulting in the ability to find a study that basically supports everything and anything. I was speaking with the owner of my gym, Craig Howard, about Greg's talk afterwards, and one of the big things he was reminded of while listening to Greg is that correlation does not equal causation. You can find full versions of similar talks by Greg here on YouTube. I'm just going to repeat that I wanted to use this as an opportunity to inform you about what's going on with the former CEO and founder of CrossFit. I'm not injecting my opinion into this, just relaying some information. But I also spoke to Andrew Hiller, and here are some of his thoughts.
No, teeth look good.
Cool.
So you came all the way from the Chicago area
Did.
for this. You've been here all week. First, just tell me, what have you been doing here all week?
Running up and down the hill. And everyone saw the one Sevon did live, but I also ran it probably a dozen times last weekend. Up and down and up and down. Street parking event.
What was that like?
Nuts. The people from out of the country come to volunteer for the street parking event. I was walking up and down the road, and I go to the back of the road, and there's a couple standing there, a man and a woman. The woman was from somewhere in Europe, and the man was from Australia. And I said she looked like Felicity Smoke from the show Arrow, which I'm big on the TV shows. But I just thought it was nuts how there are 400, 500 people all congregated at the ranch in Aromas, California, which when you drive around, you get the sense of it's like there's nothing really too crazy out here. But the ranch is something special for the entire community of people that will be here. And the street parking sucked them all in masses. And it was cool. It was nuts.
Yeah, you seem to have connected a lot with Julian and Miranda. How did your relationship sort of get started?
Julian sent me an Instagram message. He goes, "Hey, I see you're making a lot of videos. You want to come and make a video with me?" So I said yes, and then he got me over there, and we made a video on whether or not Miranda was using performance-enhancing drugs. Did you see that?
I did, yeah, that was a good video.
It was funny, wasn't it?
It was. And then, sort of left up to interpretation at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was just like that. You're like,
Peptides?
Definitely had a spray tan. My hair is fake too.
Anavar.
This is a good picture. I was laughing, so that makes you look more jacked.
Were you on roids?
Andrew, what do you think?
So today there were some interesting conversations going on. What did you think of the talk Greg gave?
I think that he always has this line, which is it's not for everybody, but it's for anybody. And he actually said the origin story of that in his talks today. And I think that the conversations had today need to be more for everybody. And I hope that there's a little bit of a refinement. Because CrossFit landed, and then it landed, and it landed harder and harder and harder. It was a snowball effect. And this is the beginnings of the Broken Science Initiative. And I think that there's a potential snowball with it if it's kind of wrapped up and packaged in a way where people can understand what a p-value is or is not.
Do you think that a lot of people are going to be able to digest what he said?
No. That's why I said wrapped up and packaged in a certain way. And I'm hoping I can bump into him and go, "Hey, awesome. We're so dumb we don't get it." At least I'm pretty dumb. And I'm sitting there. And I was the one in Arizona too, so I'm rather invested in it. And as I leave, it's like, okay, p-values. We don't like them, but why? Because they don't really mean anything. It's kind of what I've come to the conclusion of.
Anything else you want to add? Subscribe to your channel?
I'm waiting for you to get to 10,000 views, Amanda. Subscribe to Amanda's channel.
Yeah, subscribe to my
I
channel.
don't care about my channel. It's just going to do what it's going to do. I'm going to do 100,000 whether you like it or not. Subscribe to her channel, unsubscribe from my channel.
Don't do that.
Switch from one to another.
Thanks.
I wanted to give you a look at the ranch. So this is the outside. It still has that Fitness Freedom sign up. And there was also a mariachi band playing some music at the event outside. But inside, this is what it looks like. We had all these chairs set up. This is for this specific event. I would imagine the space looks a little bit different when they're not hosting a talk where people are going to be sitting in chairs the whole time. But there's a ton of equipment. You can see there's these Rogue rigs here, and there were kettlebells on the side, GHDs, rowers, a lot of stuff that I imagine might be in some different places at different times. There's some basketballs, there's a basketball court outside, and this Danny Broflex sign. If you don't know Danny Broflex, I'm gonna put up a clip here.
Get it, baby. Rule season, beach season,
Coming for you, Rich, baby.
And then over here, we had the CrossFit Games 2008 sign, and then there were a ton of photos throughout the entire facility. There's a bunch of level 1s that have been done here. It would be an awesome place to take your L1. That would be a dream for me at the ranch. This is a photo of Matt Fraser from one of the years they did some events at the ranch. This is an interesting photo, and I think it may be from one of the first iterations of the CrossFit Games. You can see there's barbells set up and a ton of people, so just really cool history here. And this is a piece of history. This is the hopper. And if you don't know about the hopper, let me show you.
These all say thruster on them, so there's 3 thruster balls in there. There's a bunch of other movements, but these are 3 examples. Here we go.
So the idea with this hopper model is that if fitness is done well, you should be able to do every physical task imaginable. So you should be able to throw a bunch of things in the hopper with no selective reasoning put into it, pull things out, and be able to take on that challenge. So that's what they did at the 2007 CrossFit Games, just pulled things out at random, and the workout on your screen is the workout they did. It was 4-time, 1,000 meter row, then into 5 rounds of 25 pull-ups and 7 push jerks. And this, from the video I've watched, was a really challenging workout for people in 2007. Now, this is a workout a lot of people could do in their affiliates. And in 2020, at stage 2 of the CrossFit Games, they did a 2007 reloaded workout. Let me tell you, this one was harder. So it was 4-time, 1,500 meter row, then 5 rounds of 10 bar muscle ups, 7 shouldered overhead, and the weights went from 135.85 to 235.145. So crazy just how much fitness had changed in those 13 years. Now, I found this workout on the board, this 10-to-1 thrusters, curls, lunges, push-ups, and I guess 20 sit-ups is in there somewhere too, maybe after each round. That I thought was interesting. It might be one of Dave Castro's creations. I'm not sure. Someone do it. And over here, we had a 2011 CrossFit Games sign, 2012, just a lot of cool memorabilia that you don't really see anywhere else. It's like kind of a museum, this place. And it's just really cool to get to be there and see all of this and get to experience being on like a piece of CrossFit history. That's what this is. And here's that infamous hill. If you haven't seen the CrossFit Hill sprints, they're intense that were done on this hill.
It's just a different event, completely inspired by the hill sprint. So we said it's flat to start, and you can see they disappear. That's a very steep start to the hill. And what Matt did is he hung back, let everyone kind of tire out.
And outside, this is the basketball court I had mentioned before. I know they've played knockout there before. Just a really interesting place to be. Piece of history, like I said. Oh, and a dog, because there's a dog. I love it. I realized I totally forgot to film an outro to this video, so I am doing one now real quick. I hope you enjoyed getting to see a little bit about what Greg Glassman is doing now that he's no longer the CEO of CrossFit. And Carson here with me. Want to say hi? Say hi, buddy. Or bye at the end of the video. But I hope you enjoyed it and just getting to get a little look at what's going on with him now that he's sort of moved on to the next phase post CrossFit. You can definitely do more research about it if you're interested in learning more about it. Also, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a kind of tour of some of the things I found at the ranch. It's always fun to hang out there and see what's up. Dave Castro has a pretty cool setup there. And I feel pretty lucky to get a glimpse of it at events like this because I live so close. Anyway, I appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.